and
What's up, Twitch? What's up, everybody? Twitch is tripping. Sorry, y'all. Having technical difficulties right now. What's happening? Whatever. No Twitch today. Well, maybe it's gonna work. But what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. This is Politics with Pan. This is episode 20. What? Boys done made it to 20 episodes. The consistency is crazy.
congratulations.
Appreciate it, man. I am joined by my player partner, FreddyING.
Yes, sir.
One of Inglewood's finest, West Coast representative in the building. Thank you for being on the show today, man. Thank you for being on the show.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? This is Mr. Conspiracy Theory himself, right? Mr. The world is flat, the earth is flat, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, shout out to the Double O podcast. You know what I'm saying?
shout out to the Double O podcast.
You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, Fred, along with being our guest today, Fred is also our featured artist. You may have heard his music before in some earlier episodes, but it ain't never too late for a refresher of, that goodness. So we're going to get into them jammers, and Fred is going to talk about some work that he got coming out, that your ears would be pleased to enjoy. But today going to be a continuation of what we was talking about last week, which is the destruction of Black power in America through the systematic planning of the Republican Party and the elite 1%. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into it. But Fred, before we do that, man, let the people know who you are. I told them a little bit about you when I previewed your music earlier. But let them know who you are, where you from, where you hail from. I know you from a little bit of everywhere, but let them know.
Yeah, my name is FreddyING. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rapper, producer, engineer. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Inglewood, California. I grew up in Inglewood, ended up finding my way out here to Houston, Texas, and relocating, so I'm down here, and doing music and every way in fashion, So
Okay. Yeah, shout out to his beautiful fiance. The fashionista, the fashion guru, the Miss Make It Myself, you know what I mean? Miss Nina, shout out. Right, shout out to the fam. But so man, I before we get into the music, if y'all don't know, in Tennessee today, the Republicans cracked a black district. This shit is crazy, right? I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. And I want to ask you, Fred, before we get into the music, I know, what I'm saying, most artists are not, what I'm saying, at least in this era, most artists are not very political, right? Like outspoken. You do see like the Nicki Minaj's and the Nick Cannons and stuff like that, but a lot of the younger artists are not really tapped in. At least they don't voice an opinion, right? Especially the young black ones that don't really say anything about the things that are going on. And with these people, I talked to Kingsley about this. With these people having these immense platforms, especially the younger ones who have influence over people, 18 to like 25. Like, what do you think? What I'm saying, being an artist yourself, what do you think is keeping them from, getting on their Instagrams? Like, what's his name, Vic Mensa?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the, what's the disconnect? What do you think?
From them as far as like participating in like political stuff, as
as far as like, is there a lack of pro-blackness? Is there a lack of community? Is there what's lacking that is prohibiting these people who have these large platforms from speaking out, right? And like joining a community with like older black people who do have more like in the academic leaning platforms, and forming some kind of coalition so we can get these niggas on the same page.
I definitely would say like it's like a misunderstanding thing because I know from my aspect, like me and like a lot of young people feel like our vote don't count. Like, and that's
Right.
not even just like just a young demographic. I think that's like within like as far as us like as a culture as well too. Like a lot of people feel like our vote doesn't count when it comes to like like presidency and shit like that. I feel like our vote does count like on a smaller scale, like when it comes to like mayors and governors, but a lot of people already feel like kind of cheated and we like already underrepresented. So like I think that's what it's lacking. Like um not like maybe an understanding, but also as well like as communication, like what we can do to actually like do something because a lot of people feel like we getting preached at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm. 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 That makes sense. I mean, I think that as somebody who like
mhm,
I organize, I'm a part of these different groups and stuff like that. I definitely think that the outreach strategy sucks.
yeah,
Right? I'm gonna just keep it a buck. It is absolutely terrible. Like I sometimes cynically feel like it's part of a plan, right? This is my conspiracy about this. It's part of a plan for those who are in power to keep power,
right,
right? Like, because if we don't do much, if we maintain the status quo, you know what I mean? I get to keep my nice cushy seat. You know what I mean? I ain't got to do too much work. They not gonna do nothing no way,
mhm,
right? And I can talk to them up here instead of meeting them where they are down here.
right,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of them are lawyers and stuff like that. So they talking a lot of that legal jargon. Like they don't know nobody from the block. Like
right,
they like they don't have grandmas and aunts and cousins, stuff like that, who don't have higher level degrees and did not go to college. Or like it's like they completely forget how to talk to anybody.
right,
Like, and I don't. Maybe my peers may feel differently, but all like the social gatherings that we have, they're incredibly boring. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That shit is incredibly boring, bro. The
yeah,
galas and the panels and
right,
the, you know what I mean? Like, who we talking to, bro? If I gotta put on a suit and go to another gala, dog, like, why? What are we doing?
yeah,
Like, what's the point in this? Like, it's the world is burning, and everybody got on nice suits, eating, what I'm saying, nasty chicken in this restaurant. But literally, the world is burning, fam. Like,
yeah,
black people are losing representation. Like the black people who don't have are they're having less and less and less and less and less. And
mm,
all of the well-to-do, in the know, college-educated Negroes are out here, what I'm saying, clinking champagne glasses, going to the Kentucky Derby, talking to each other on this high level, while not including, what I'm saying, working class Negroes. Like, put it out there, right? Like, and I feel like, because back in the day, the artists used to be activists, right?
right,
Like, what I'm saying? I always, Harry Belafonte always pops into my mind, and I got a little issue with Harry, right? You know what I mean? Because he married a white lady. Now, I'm not racist or anything like that, but like, but
uh,
like,
you don't like the snow, huh?
I know it's not even that. It's just, how are you like? How are you so pro black but you marry outside your race?
Mm, gotcha.
Like, that is, I understand like love is love and stuff like that, but what are the conversations like between, right? Like, if you're a pro black person and you married to a white person during the Black Lives Matter time, what are those conversations like in your house?
Mm, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and what if your wife, what I'm saying, she cool, but she maybe like Southern Dixie or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, how does that work? Kind of like a Christian being married to a Muslim. Like, we're like, not saying that it's impossible.
yeah, it's not impossible.
Not saying it's impossible, but it seemed difficult, right? You know what I mean? We going to church together. Like, how are we meshing, right? But off that, right? People like Harry Belafonte, and other artists back in the day during the civil rights movement, right? They were very vocal, right? There were always, I mean, even we can go back into, before he was Freaky Diddy, when he was just Puffy, when he was doing Rock the Vote and stuff like that, right? Like there's no connector to the broader community, right? Like, and a lot of what I see is, it's a lot of using the artistry to pander, but not to truly connect,
Right.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like how do you feel about the Cardi B entering the chat politically versus the Nicki Minaj and the Nick Cannon? Like, what do you feel about that?
I feel like it's all an agenda, even on both sides. It's like both is pandering to certain, races and certain, groups of people to get the vote. And I feel like instead of doing that, it should be like more about, the policies and, speaking on what we could change instead of you trying to pander to us because, like I said, even with the I think even with the like the Kodak Black and even with the Wayne part and like that was pandering. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, it's nasty on both parties, to me, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, well, we're gonna get into that because I definitely want to talk about the ripple effects of the most recent voting rights case, right? And like what that is going to do to like Black Power in America, and what I feel like I tell people all the time, I am integration was the worst thing that ever happened to Black people. I don't care what anybody says.
Why
You
would you
said
say?
why?
Yeah.
Because like what do we have, bro?
Mhm.
Think about it. Think about our communities, dog. Like, and we like you've lived in LA,
Mhm.
right? You live here in Houston. You know what I mean? Like the the contrast in the communities is very similar, right? Like
Right.
you don't see plumbers, you don't see like law offices and stuff like that. You don't see pharmacies that are owned by Black people. Ain't no movie theaters owned by Black people. We don't have skating rings no more. Like boys and girls clubs, all that other kind of stuff. Like there's no communal infrastructure. There are no second spaces for Black people to go inside of their communities. Like I said all the time, I live over here in Third Ward, bro. We like in Third Ward big, right? Like Third Ward is like its own little city. You know what I mean? But there's like a coffee shop over here,
Mhm.
and it's a vegan coffee shop in an all Black and historically Southern Black community, bro. It's only like one real coffee shop over here, and it's vegan.
Yeah.
Negroes like milk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like boys want milk in their coffee, and I'm not like I don't get me wrong. I love the Doshi House, and this ain't a dig on the establishment.
Yeah.
It's just really pointing out the lack thereof of resources and attention that our communities get. Right, like in this court case is going to exacerbate like the little that we do have. Oh, man, they are about to steal everything from us, bro.
Is this
Like
the Louisiana versus case?
yes, yeah. So that's the case that just popped off, and it's like it's going crazy. But before we do that, right, you know what I'm saying? In order for us to stay down and progress through the movement, you got to have your 2 feet on the ground. You know what I mean? You got to have them on the ground.
I like how you segmented
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I've been watching Roland Martin. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, sir.
yeah. I've been watching a lot of Roland Martin, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Trying to perfect my craft and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like I said, y'all, Freddie, even though he is my guest, and I'm gonna be pontificating my political thoughts to him this
Yeah.
evening, and we're gonna, have a little back and forth. We're gonna jam out too. So this is Fred's newest track, which is a jammer. If you have not heard it, you will now. And if you need to check out the video, I will give you the ability to do that. I'm gonna put a link up so that you can hear it. My boy, he dancing in there like he went to Juilliard. You know what I mean? Doing a little,
Yeah.
he doing a little 1-2 in there. But this is called 2 Feet. Fred, you want to tell him about the track?
Oh yeah, this is 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? New single out. You know what I'm saying? Produced by me and Chris Classic. Additional vocals by Rocky Banks and Neptune. It's out on all platforms as well as the videos out on YouTube. So go look that up. FreddyING 2 feet.
FreddyING 2 feet. And if you have not, go ahead and follow my boy right now on all the socials. Just scrolling down here at the bottom, man. This is 2 feet by FreddyING. We live on Twitch, baby. Showing the dance moves, Fred. Do the dance move. Do the dance. Do the dance.
There you go.
They pray that I fall, but some high then landed. I gotta thank God I can't take it for granted. Remember them days I was left empty-handed. I came from the mud, now my name is granted. I'm having some motion, my life panoramic. I be the man while they barely can manage. Used to get curved, now I lead double-handed. She calling me Poppy, but don't know no Spanish. Ball was too low, now I'm sitting and standing. I'm standing on business, no misunderstanding. Turn nothing into something, appeared and I vanished. Now I got the juice, what I built is organic. I knew I was him, granny told me I managed. I step in the spot, got them tweaking, they panic. No matter the op, I was taught take advantage. So this shit was made cause I drew to the planet.
I got 2 feet standing on the ground. See you in my eyes, always focus what's around me. I got 2 feet standing on the ground. See you in my eyes, always focus what's around me. I got 2 feet standing on the ground. See you in my eyes, always focus what's around me. I got 2 feet standing on the ground. See you in my eyes, always focus what's around me.
Who playing that?
I got 2 feet on the ground. I got 2 feet on the ground. I got 2 feet standing on the ground. I got 2 feet standing on the ground.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That breakdown is crazy.
Yeah, and shout outs to Big Kane on the mastering as well.
Shout out to Big Kane. Yeah. All my friends are musical.
Mhm.
It's the thing. We used to all be in this little old house back in Prairie View, chasing our rap dreams. Dog, it was the best time of my life. Best time of my life. I'm not even gonna lie. We ain't had no money or nothing. Like, man, we was super broke. Man, we was super broke, super young, and just like I'm talking about in there, just whatever we could think of making. Like boys was in there, like trying to make something. Nah, and I can say, man, since between then and now, you've always been phenomenal. But you, like, your technical ability has gotten tremendously better. Like, and you know what I'm saying, your ear for sure, like, cause that was Kanye-esque. Yeah. That was definitely like that. You know what I'm saying? That was high level right there. Like, yeah. That's 2 feet. FreddyING. Check that out. It's on all streaming platforms. You know what I mean? The man, the myth, the legend right here. You know what I'm saying? We got some more. We got some more coming up. But let's get back into it, right? So check this out. This is what I'm talking about right here, right? So we know that Memphis is super black, right? It's super black. You know, your king, LeBron, right? He just said some disparaging stuff about LeBron. And before we even go any further, go James Harden.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Go James Harden. Get you a ring, brother. Get you a ring, brother, and then come back to Houston and run it up in a strip club. We need that infusion of bread in the economy down here.
Losing though.
Not, bro. Like James Harden deserves a ring, but anyway. So
Charles Barkley.
whatever. So there's a thing called packing. There's a thing called cracking, right? So what they're gonna do in Memphis, because Memphis is like, I think it's like 60% black. Since the law passed, the Callius law, Louisiana versus Callius, now, like I said last week, the legislators, they can redraw the lines of the districts, right? Based off of partisanship. Now, what that has done is it's made it hard for people to say y'all are being racist, right? Like that's it. Like if they take it to court, they have to prove without a shadow of a doubt that like the intention was racist, right? Like that y'all are doing something racist. So now states all across the South, because as you know, the South is where black people had to count bubbles to be able to vote. They had to be able to spell words that like who even says or uses these words and stuff like that. That's why them laws got put into place.
Right.
Because of the uncool shit that white people was doing to black people before the Civil Rights Act, right? But since I think it was like 2013, they have been cutting small pieces of it. And this was like one of the biggest pieces that they cut out, like right after Texas. And Donald Trump was like, yeah, we're going to get some more seats. You know, when you look at the news and you see that they have been doing redistricting, and all the different states are like, yo, we need to get seats. We need to get seats. We need to get seats, right? Well, basically what they're doing is like, you know, all of them are like, you know, capitalism takes imaginary shit, makes it real, and then tell you that you got to believe that it's real, right? So all of the lines that our government put together to be able to create these specific districts for people to represent us in, they are not forever, right? Like, and like what happened here in Houston with the 18th congressional district, I don't think anybody thought that would ever happen, right? Like they tried to do it in 2021, right? They tried to combine the black districts into one, like, and then shift everything around, but they didn't. And it just kind of, you know, everybody just kind of quiet about it. Like it was a little like, but it was quiet about it. But they actually got it done last year. And that's why you got Christian Menifee running against Al Green, right? Because they achieved their goal, right? Like in making sure, because the black people who live in the 18th congressional district didn't have a congressman for like a year and a half or something like that. So like that's the game, right? And I'm gonna ask you this: do you feel like white people, like, right, feel like they are losing their grasp on the power that they have here in America?
Oh, for sure.
Why though?
I mean, not just like like as far as like just the numbers generally, the numbers we definitely, you know, outnumber them for sure. You do the statistics, and then also just like our leverage, we're starting to have like more leverage now, more than ever. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's to your sentiment of using that leverage for good. But it's like we ain't never had this leverage before. So what exactly what should we do it? And I feel like there's not enough guidance as far as that. But then again, when it comes to politics, it's always tricky. It's never a straight line to me. That's what I would say.
What you mean by that?
there's a give and take on both sides. Like I said, there's a give and take, whether who's elected in the seat or, who's put in that position or role. I feel like there's a give and take. Like, okay, they might have to sacrifice this, which, people might be complaining about in order to get this. So there's always, it's never like just a straight line. Okay, we can fix this and we can do this and we can do that without doing this.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So do you feel, I don't know what's going on with that. Do you feel like the black politicians who represent the majority of black areas, it's somebody who, like you won't, you over there, I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the people that we elect to represent us in our communities are doing the job that we are electing them to do?
No. I mean, I can't say that. I will say.
Now, be honest. I mean, say what it is you feel like is happening.
No. As far as that, like on a smaller scale, they might be doing their job. But on the overall scale, like when it comes down to the powers that be, to me, I feel like no. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always, again, a give and take. It's like it's either you're gonna do this or you're gonna do that. It's never just like, to me, it should be black and white.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be. It's a whole lot of gray area.
It is a whole lot of gray, and for me, I think the tricky part for me is It's not. I mean, and I'm not elected official, right? Like, and I don't operate in that space, right? I'm an advocate, so I can't say. Right. Well, I can say by like looking at like what laws are being passed, what legislation they're putting forward and stuff like that. I can give a critique, right, on how I feel, about like the performance of the person that is doing the job, right? Because ultimately it's a job, right? Like, and it is a job that is given to them by the people to be able to make sure that the people have what they need, right? Like, I'm gonna come back to this, but like right now in the city of Houston, it's budget time, right? City ain't got no money, right? Like, but they spending $4,000 on couches. The mayor got a podcast that costs $60,000 to produce.
I don't know if you've seen I guess the money that you're supposed to spend. Like, I guess the government is supposed to spend as far as like the White House and that's concerned. I don't know if you've seen that article. It was an article that was out there. Pretty much it's like the end of the year budget or something like that, or, and they're supposed to spend money on a certain amount of things or use the leftover money for good. Their leftover money they use for steaks and lobsters, and it was like a good 2-3 million, bro, on steaks and lobsters.
Yeah, like it just
parties, like
so like saying that, right? Because I I'm a Democrat, right? But I do have cognitive dissonance about being a Democrat. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and if I feel like if you're not sipping the Kool-Aid and you are black, you should have cognitive dissonance about this.
Yeah.
Because like I said, bro, like going back to my integration comment, we have less, right? We have less. And right now our power is under attack. This law that they just changed could potentially wipe out half of the Congressional Black Caucus. The Congressional Black Caucus is the largest caucus in Congress. But this law that they just changed could get rid of half of them. They trying to get rid of Jim Clyburn's seat. They tried to, I don't know if they stopped it, but they tried to stop the elections from happening in Louisiana. I believe that some of them were able to happen, but not all of them. Yeah. Right? What they doing in Tennessee, they're going to do it in Alabama. I just seen a guy standing up in front of the Ways and Means Committee. And for those of you who don't know what the Ways and Means Committee is, it's the money committee. It's the committee who says, this is what we're going to do with the money. Ways and means, right? Which way we going to do shit and what means we going to use to do it. That simple. It's the money committee, right? So he's standing up in front of the Ways and Means Committee and he talking to this delegation and like all of these like bald white people, right? It just screams racism. Yeah. It just screams racism. I don't know why white bald dudes make me feel like you're racist. I don't get it. Now, I'm not saying everybody that's white and bald is racist, but like white and bald, you just shouldn't be bald if you're white. I'm
Man.
It just don't got a good connotation, bro. Because then, like the neo Nazis, then they be bald, right? Like
It's a lot. It's a lot of
yeah, like the most extreme white dudes be bald, right? Like, and it's like as a Negro, like if I see you and you got like a white dude and you bald and you got like a scowl, I don't know if you had a bad day. I don't know if you go like, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen.
if you bald and you got a thick mustache, that's
Ooh, like one of them, like
like bro, something wrong with you, bro.
speaking of that, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So with all of this happening, right? It's to me, it's a power grab, and I've been saying this. You know, white Americans, specifically white Americans who are in power, and I'm sure, right? Like, I'm sure that there are a few like colored specks in this group of people that we're talking about. I'm sure not everybody is white. Like, you know, people like to say, well, yeah, black people own slaves too. Yes, black people participated in horrible capitalism. And that is because they was trying to assimilate and be closer to whiteness, right? So we got to acknowledge that, right? Like this is a thing to be able to be assimilated into the ruling class, into the part of society in which you all, you know, whoever decides to do stuff like that, deemed to be more favorable, right? But I think that this power grab is emboldening, you know what I'm saying, like younger white dudes to be out here on some crazy shit, right? We talked about what's the white dude from the one that was telling people to chimp out?
Yeah, Chud something. What's his
Chud
name?
something. What's it?
Yeah,
Chud the Builder.
yeah, Chud the Builder. Yeah,
Y'all don't know Chud the Builder. He's this white guy. He's from Tennessee, but he does his content in Nashville, and he goes around. He basically baits black people by calling them niggers, and when they get upset and become aggressive towards him, he uses phrases like "you're chimping out," right? Like, and
crazy.
which is crazy, right? Like, which is because this wasn't happening when Obama was the president. This wasn't, you know what I mean? Like this wasn't happening when Joe Biden was the president. Like it was kind of happening when Trump was the president the first time, you know what I mean? But you can see like, you know, like it's very clear like whoever is in power, right? Like they, you know, either raise up or like lower down the level of aggression of those who feel, you know, slighted, right? Well, like I know that guy not alone, right? You know what I'm saying? We just talked about the rapper, John Wick, who killed the young brother,
Yeah.
shot him, 18 times,
Mm-hmm.
got on a plane, went to go do a show, and act like he, you know, no disregard for that person's life at all. Like, no regard for that person's life at all, right? Like, and we seeing this, it's like we time traveling right now, bro. But backwards, though. Like they want to get back to like 1930, bro, where they can say, "Boy, stay in your place." Like,
But I don't think necessarily like history gonna repeat itself exactly the same way. But I do think there's patterns in there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. So if we put it like this, bro, when we didn't have political power,
Mm-hmm.
we were being hung from trees and we were being murdered senselessly,
Mm-hmm.
right? This shit don't stop at the federal level, bro. They can change the city council makeup of LA. They can change the city, you know, Detroit, Houston, Atlanta. They can do whatever they want, bro.
Yeah.
Like depending on who get in, you feel me? They can do whatever they want now. There is no middle ground. There's nobody here to save us. Like that's it. That shit is done. Like we got. And my thing is, all of these people that we've been electing, right? We've been electing them year after year after year after year after year after year. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing no offense.
Yeah.
And we get smacked every year, getting smacked over and over and over again. And that's why I was asking you about like the younger people. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
What would it take for, I guess, someone in that position of power? Say we had the perfect. Let's say we had the perfect president. Like, what would it take? Would it be a radical change in order for you to Like what exactly would it take?
Honestly, I think the Democrats messed up by shunning Bernie Sanders, right? Because radical change is what the people want. And this happening worldwide, right? Like, that's why you got the Arab Springs and stuff like that, all of these revolts and things that are happening. It's happening worldwide, right? Because whiteness is diminishing and brownness is growing, right? So you seeing not only is America having immigration issues, but they're having it in majority white English countries and stuff like that, where they are mad at the African immigrants that are coming and the sub-Saharan immigrants that are coming and all that different kind of stuff. They don't want them there, right? Because the more, like people gonna hunt, right? So like somebody white daughter, somebody white son gonna mate with somebody brown son or daughter, and it's gonna dilute the whiteness, right? Elon Musk is on the internet talking about it all the time, bro. It's called replacement theory.
Yeah.
Like that's how they feel, right? Like you go online, you look it up, bro. Like they talking about it. Like why can't I advocate for my race? You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, right? Like they don't want us to be over here talking like how we talking, right? They don't want us to have real talk. They want us to be like they don't want us to say how we really feel. They want us to like I was at a meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a brother that I respect a lot that was talking. And he was like, when you go to school, get a degree. And then when you get done with school, go get another degree. And then when you get done with school, go get another degree. Right? Like it's like go get another degree and another degree and another degree. And he's speaking to a room of black people, right? I'm I don't know everybody's family situation, but I know Negroes ain't got money to be paying for all of them degrees. I know that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know that for sure. Right? Like, but that's the level that we gotta be on to have anything. Right? You know what I'm saying? You could be a mediocre white man, you know what I mean? Like, and you can be a $200 million stockbroker on Wall Street, or you can work at Merrill Lynch or
But look, not to cut you off, like I said,
yeah.
like what would be the radical change?
Oh, but I think
let's get back to that. I
yeah,
really
yeah,
opinion on that.
I think that having like a radical change is bad is increasing the amount of socialism that happens in our capitalist society. And that's why I said we dropped the ball with Bernie Sanders, right? Because people wanted something vastly different. And we did get that with Donald Trump. Like we did get radical change with Donald Trump. This is radical.
Yeah, it is.
Like they put us in a time machine, bro. Like it's extremely radical. Like we going back? Like we are going back, and I don't know, like honestly, and this is the thing that's pissing me off because I've been seeing people like, what I'm saying, Roland Martin, Isaac Hayes' son, Stephen A. Smith, all of them, they're like, we're not gonna be quiet, we're not gonna be silenced, but what are we gonna do though?
Yeah, right. Okay, which brings me to this question.
Yeah.
I might look, I'm just asking, I'm not gonna state my opinion on this. Because I'd rather not give my opinion on this. I'm just asking him. Mm-hmm. What do you think Obama could have done different? Like as far as radical change.
I think Obama could have been.
Do you think he did do something radical as far as change?
I do not. Okay. I do not. Yeah. I don't I got love for Obama and Obamas, and I appreciate, the impact that they have had on a culture. You know what I mean? But I definitely think that Obama could have been less status quo, right? I think Obama did what he could to keep the ship steering. Yeah. But he didn't do anything to like change nothing, right? You're going to see a lot of Negroes online saying Obama ain't do nothing for the black community. My daddy is one of them. When you talk to my daddy about Obama, he going to go left. He's gonna go left, and it's like, and people will be like, he is the president for America, right? Not for black people, but for America. But like the white presidents look out for white people, right? Like, I don't know how. Like, there's not a more eloquent way I can put that, right? So like, actually, right? Like, I spoke about this last week, like with the homegirl, not a week before last. I can't remember what it was, but look to New York, right? Look to the mayor of New York. It started snowing. That boy paid people $30 an hour He gave people money, put money in people's pockets, bro. People, kids is hungry, bro. They don't got coats, they don't got jackets. They living in shitty apartments, dog. They don't got heat, they don't got plumbing. They like these governments are allowing these slumlords to be able to mistreat people. You feel what I'm saying? Because they can't defend themselves because they don't have any money. Yeah. Like, so why don't we radically empower people with some money, bro? Why don't we? Right? You know what I mean? Like, we live in Houston, bro. We got a tremendous illegal dumping program, an illegal dumping problem, bro. Tremendous. I just watched on Facebook right now, this dude pull up in a white truck. That boy dumped like 8 old carpets on the side of the road in a ditch.
Oh, you mean like just leaving trash everywhere?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like they do it everywhere, bro. Tires, all kinds of stuff. In all of the, and it's usually in the majority minority neighborhoods. Huge illegal dumping problem. Pay the people who live in the neighborhoods, right, to go and clean it up.
Yeah.
Shout out to the clean up the hood guy in Sunnyside. What's it called? You seen that? Clean up the block. I think it's in Sunnyside. Clean the block. Yeah. Okay. Sunnyside Clean Up Community, but the Instagram is called Clean the Block. I'm finna pull it up right now. So this brother, right, like him right here, the one in the middle, he had an idea, like, right, like, you know what? I love my neighborhood. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna clean it up. He started recording it, right? Because if, you know, just like your house, your neighborhood is similar to your house. It's a place where you live. And you want to feel pride in your neighborhood. And he started to clean up the block in Sunnyside. And he got, you know, started a movement. And there are a lot of people who decided to come and help him out. And that was volunteer. But, you know, the city got problems with, like, you know, with trash and pickup and stuff like that. But there are people in these communities who don't have jobs at all. And they could really, really, really benefit from being able to have some of them tax dollars. They spent $40,000 on the couch. They spent $60,000 on the podcast. That is what $4,000 on the couch, $60,000 on the podcast. That is $64,000. With $64,000 paying people in Houston, Texas, I would say $20 an hour. You get where I'm going, right? Like $64,000 would pay for a lot of labor. Like, that's radical change. That is what people want to see. Like, people want to see government actually work for them. Like, because do you feel like government works for you?
At this moment, no.
Like, have you ever felt like you got a return on investment on your tax dollars?
No, man.
You know what I mean? Like, and you, I mean, growing up, you lived in a predominantly black community, right?
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and, you know, like, what resources are in these communities, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? What jobs is coming?
Little to none. Like, growing up, as far as, like, it was nothing but really, like, little sports things that, you know, of course, helped out the community. But other than that, nah, we didn't have no... Not like it is now. Like, you know, Houston got libraries that got, you know, resources now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen that one library that, like, have the podcast room for free and the studio room that you can.
Yes.
We don't have that in LA. You know what I'm saying? We had the regular old library. That was about it. And niggas didn't even go to that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's right next to the courthouse. So niggas is not going to.
For sure not going in there like, nah, baby, we're not finna go have book reading time. I might got a warrant or something. Yeah. Like, yeah. And I will, like, right, you know, I don't think the city of Houston does everything wrong. I think all governments misappropriate taxpayer dollars. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Public administrators, like, if you somebody who get into the game to go work for a city or something like that, and you want to be like a leader of a city, you know that you are going to be in control of a very large budget, right? Like the mayor is in control of the police department, the fire department, like all of these different departments, right? Like they are stewards of hundreds of millions of dollars.
Mhm.
So I definitely think that a lot of the people that we vote in, right, be like they want to like being in politics is really like being in this club full of stuffy people, right? Like, where everybody got this mask on.
Bro, I would assume it's like the other gang, dope
What
gang,
other game?
dope gang.
I would say yes, right? Because you got your bosses, you got territories,
And
right?
you got people short stepping. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. Like it ain't no difference than the street, bro. They just got on suits,
Right,
but
exactly.
it ain't no different. It ain't no difference from the streets. Like,
But see, that brings me back to that sentiment of there's no straight line. There's always a give and take. You get what I'm saying?
very much so. But if you the big man on your block, though, the one thing that the big man on the block do is he take care of his block.
Right.
Right? Like
Right.
everybody eat. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Miss Jennings needs some money to pay her rent. He gonna break her off, right? Because Miss Jennings not calling the police when you send Ray Ray down the street to make that sale in front of her house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so there's more of a community in the dope game than it is in this game, right? Because the people like the plug is Johnson and Johnson. Right? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Eli Lilly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Halliburton. Them the plugs. You feel what I'm saying? So all the dealers, they need the plugs to look upon them favorably so that they can continue to be able to do their thing. So there is no allegiance to the block because the block don't feed them. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
go ahead.
So look, and this brings back to see how everything just ties full circle, bro. This brings back to what you said as far as like explaining it to the youth. And I said like a lot of youth feel like they're getting preached that. That didn't sound like I was getting preached that. You get what I'm saying? Like it sounded like you broke it down simple and plain. That's what they need.
Yeah. But see, me.
That's what I'm saying. As far as like the element of getting them to vote, you get what I'm saying? Instead of pandering to me and like this and catering to your needs, but no, tell me the real, like, explain this shit to me. Like what, like it's communication.
Yeah, but me, I'm one of them ones though. Like I got, I'm, me, bro. When we was in school, I'm going to class. You feel me? I'm doing what I got to do. You know what I mean? But also, you feel me? We at the spot playing 2K too, though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, I like going to college and getting degrees and stuff like that didn't make me feel like I was separate from people who didn't go do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I still communicate with people on the block. I'm still in the hood, like chilling. You know what I mean? Like talking to everybody, interacting with everybody. Like I got a partner. Whenever we go out, he always be like, "Bro, how you know all these niggas, bro? Like how? Like where do you meet these people? But like these my people though."
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, like we all in this together, bro. Whether you went and got degrees, whether you a millionaire, whether you broke, you feel what I'm saying? We all got something to offer. So the elitism, right, that exists within our community, right? Like I'm better than you because I went to Spelman, or I'm better than you because I went to Fisk, or whatever the case may be. That is playing right into the white hand. Because where's the unity? Where's the togetherness? You know what I mean? Like where is it? It don't exist.
And this is another thing. Do you feel like again? But then that's what it brings me back to the radical change, right? So when we have like these major moments that happen, and we protest about it. Do you think like that makes a difference, or should we do something radical? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, to me, and this is my personal opinion, if we're gonna do some radical and we're gonna come together as a unity, as a union, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more like Black Panther-ish. You feel me? They did more and more radical things to try to force change.
Yes.
Are we do that, or are we just gonna be passive aggressive, or what are we doing here? Right.
I mean, what we doing is maintaining the status quo, and maintaining the status quo has got us where we are right now, right? Like less rights. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna have less representation. We're going right back to Reconstruction,
Right.
like because right all of our leaders that was out there in the street, like keeping it on their neck, they died,
Mm.
right? You know what I mean? Like they died before Martin Luther King died. He said, "I think I led my people into a burning house." You damn right you did. You damn right you did. Because you can't like, bro, like let's be real. Let's be real. White people hated us, bro. They hate us.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. They hate us. They have disdain for us, and it is very clear, bro. We just talked about this white boy that just walk around and harass niggas for no reason.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. I was watching this video. It was on Roland Martin. It was these black ladies at the park working out. This white lady in this long dress with these ugly shoes walked up on them and just started messing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? People, like, I know you done been places and white people that felt like they had the room to ask you what you doing and why you doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker feel like they can hit you with a citizen's arrest.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they are empowered as shit to say whatever that they want to us. Like, and do whatever, right? Because historically, that's how they were empowered to interact with us. So when Martin Luther King was preaching that, you know what I'm saying, black kids and white kids should be able to play together and stuff like that, yeah, that's true, and that's beautiful, right? Like, some of my best friends are not black.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, bro, like, people want, like, the country wasn't ready for integration, bro. You can't write a law and then tell people to just do this. That ain't never happened, bro. They tried to stop people from getting drunk when they had the temperance movement. Then people started making liquor in the woods. You can't just, like, the government is not the end all be all, right? It's not God. So people not, like, ain't nobody give a damn. Boys been selling dope forever, bro. Don't nobody care about what the government got going on at all. It don't matter what color you are, white, black, Asian, you know, whatever, bro. Everybody is doing what they gonna do to take care of themselves the way they want to take care of themselves. Like, so us as black people, you feel what I'm saying? Like, as we are losing representation, as we are losing resources, like, we have to come together and like get off of this. I have a dream, right? Like, it was great, but we got to get off of that because that ain't work. We still don't own nothing. Yeah, a few of us, you know what I'm saying? They pull up the black billionaire list and you see Oprah and you see LeBron and you see all this other kind of stuff. But how many black people are billionaires off of industry and not entertainment? How many black people own like multinational grocery stores? How many black people are like Monsanto and Halliburton contractors and stuff like that? We're not represented in them spaces. They let us shuck a job and they let us get on TV. They let us play ball. That's how we get our money.
Yeah.
But we don't got no infrastructure in our neighborhoods. You don't ride around the hood on Christmas, bro, and see Merry Christmas hanging from the street signs. You don't see the grass cut in the right of way. You don't see none of that. That's why that brother had to go and get volunteers to come help him clean up Sunnyside. That's why I'm saying here in Houston, bro, like it could be people in these communities that these people are destroying, right, with all of this trash. They could just pay them to pick it up.
Right.
Instead of giving your partner a $250,000 contract where he gonna just pay some foreign people to come and sit on a phone, right? Every time I'm running down the bayou and I'm seeing some construction going, I'm seeing a bunch of black people, Hispanic people, whatever the case, sitting outside on their phone, ain't no machines moving or nothing. Like, what's happening with the money, bro? Like, you feel me? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? They want to charge us $5 more extra for water or trash or whatever the mayor said. You know what I mean? They want to charge us more. They want us to give more to the union, but they ain't giving us nothing. And I want black people to start demanding more. I want black people to stop being passive. I want black people to stop placating to whiteness to the point where it is keeping us at a disadvantage. Like trying to make sure that you are able to get these white dollars. We got the internet. The world is connected in a way that it has never been connected before, bro. Like, me and you both know, right? Like,
Sure.
weed is a cash crop, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And all the white boys know it. You don't see no black people advocating for ownership in cannabis, bro. You don't see really no like large, like, hey, we need to go and buy this land so we can grow this flower because with this flower we can make paper, we can create homes, we can fabricate all kind of shit out of this flower. Like, and just like they are working real hard to take away our voting rights, they working real hard to keep people who look like us out of this industry because it's one of the last agricultural frontiers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but everybody want to be like, oh, you smoking weed, but all you motherfuckers get drunk all the time. That shit pisses me off, bro. Everybody's just gonna get drunk. Oh, it's Juneteenth, we're gonna get drunk. Cinco de Mayo, we're gonna get drunk. Drunk. But let a motherfucker pick up a joint. Now you got something negative to say. Now you got something to say about them being productive or being, you know what I'm saying, devious in society or whatever the case may be. All the while, these white boys is making money hand over fist, selling pre-rolls, tinctures, RSOs, gummies, making THC infused beers and all that other kind of stuff. And none of that money is coming into the black community. None of it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, you know, like, we gotta like, bro, we gotta do something because they gonna crack and pack us to death, bro.
Nah.
Pause.
Sure. Yeah, pause. That was crazy. Hey man, that was crazy. That was crazy, brother. That was crazy.
I caught it. I caught it. Yeah. I caught it.
No. Yeah, man.
Yo, so I do want to ask you, bro. So what we was talking about, right? Going back to the Chud guy, right? Because this is crazy, right? What do you feel about the rise in political violence? Like, right? Like, cause like all of this, because everything that is happening around us right now is aggressive, right? It's a lot of aggressive energy. It's a lot of warlike energy. You know what I mean? It's not very communal energy. And you know what I'm saying? They didn't try to assassinate Trump 3 times.
Mm.
I think it's staged.
Right.
I don't think we talked about this earlier, right?
Yeah.
One shot, Charlie Kirk. One shot, JFK.
Yeah, no, for sure.
One shot, the good elected official from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right? Like one shot. They done tried to kill Donald Trump 3 times, bro. Like,
yeah.
And this,
but that's a part of the lure, though. You know.
No, for sure. Like, right? You know that video with him.
Yeah, that's a part. Yeah, so that's a start. That's a start.
Right? Like,
and if he never get assassinated, then that's gonna be the thing. Like, you know, the only president that to never get assassinated at 3 attempts, or you know, however many attempts. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a part of the lore, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like,
yeah, you know, he's trying
like,
to
yeah, bro. Like, cause what you doing?
The radicals. That's why I say he doing his own radical change, bro.
No, for sure. Like he, like, you know what I'm saying? He a good puppeteer, bro. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I was listening to this podcast today. Shout out to my boy Andre for putting me on it. And they were saying that 1 in 5 Americans support political violence. Right? So, like, you know what I mean? And you can see it, right? You know, when Charlie Kirk died. When Charlie Kirk was murdered. Unalived. You know, there were people like, yeah, he's dead. You feel me? Like he was the Wicked Witch. But, you know, like, I get it. You don't like him, but somebody died, right? You know what I mean? Like, there are people online every day. Like, I can't wait till somebody take out Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, they tried to kidnap Nancy Pelosi, right? Like, do you think that this is going to get worse after the passage of the, you know what I'm saying, them allowing these changes to the civil rights bill, and with the emergence of people like Chud the Builder and other influencers like him who are feeling more emboldened by, like, you know, Donald Trump, the January 6th people and all that other kind of shit, because we have just been, you know, time after time after time seeing a rise in political violence in the country.
Right.
What you think?
Like what's The exact
Like,
question.
what do you like? What do you think about? How do you feel about political violence? Like, do you feel like it is like a necessary evil? Right? Do you feel like it's something that like should not be done at all? Like, what do you feel about it?
Political violence. I feel like it has to be something that's detrimental. Like, to me, I feel like it's more of a defensive strategy as far as like that is concerned. Like I would think that on all like based on all countries, and if they want to fire off their joints, pause. They uh, that was crazy. But if they want to fire they nukes,
Yeah.
it would be more of a defensive strategy. So I think when it comes to that, like
No, when I'm speaking
I don't think
political violence, I mean specifically like people saying like we need to knock off Donald Trump
right.
or yeah.
Yeah, or taking on those missions or trying to, or like I guess attempting. I think. Do you think it's necessary? Nah. I mean, there's other ways to get them up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it may take a longer amount of time than uh people would expect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like okay, we can sit up here and try and get them up out the seat, but it's gonna take time to do that. So
Mhm.
it really like depends. I no, I'm not gonna backtrack. It's not, bro. It's not
It's
necessary.
not what you think maybe.
It gotta be like a dire concern. Like it gotta be like 24 hours. It's either him, it's either him or all y'all. It's like gotta be like a good 24 hours. Get you know what I'm saying? Okay, so then yeah. We go ahead make the exchange or not, get him up out of there, get him up out the seat. But
I I think that I mean I think that all violence is unacceptable, but I do think that like
to prove a point, if you're talking about that, like that sentiment, nah, bro, it's not worth it.
like I mean I don't think anybody should unalive anybody, right? But like in the case of like leaders who are like actively doing harm,
Mhm.
I think it's cool. I ain't even gonna lie. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Like, what I'm saying? Somebody should have unalive Hitler, right? Somebody should have unalive Mussolini, right? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, right? Like
But
people
there's also a conspiracy that he did live out his days until he did die.
who, Hitler?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I have heard that, right? But like, while he was around, right? Somebody who has some cognitive dissonance, I've been wanting to find the bright light, right? And I just don't want to believe that all them white people that was with the Nazi parties were like degenerate, evil motherfuckers, right? Like I just don't want to believe that none of them felt the spirit of God and saying like, this is wrong, right? Like at least, like the cognitive dissonance has to be there. Like it has to. Like, or like what kind of mental disorder do you have to have? You know what I mean? Like to just participate in some bullshit like that. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't like, I don't wish no harm on the president. And they tried. Somebody got arrested the other day because he was online talking about he gonna shoot the president. I'm not saying that.
Mm.
I don't want any harm to come to him or anybody else. But I do think that, like, what America does as far as like going to these other countries and getting rid of these different leaders and stuff like that, I think that like people in those countries, if they decided to do that, if they had like a tyrannical dictator, you know what I mean? Like how people used to topple the king and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I totally think that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, because somebody got to do something.
No comment.
Somebody got to do something. I'm sorry. Like, imagine, bro, if we lived in like, Great Britain or something back in the day, bro, and the king was terrible, bro. He hoarding all the grains, you feel me? Like he stealing all the women and whatnot. Like, boy's not gonna go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Boy's not going for that. He got to go. I'm not even gonna lie, he got to go.
Yeah.
Like, and I can understand the sentiments of these 20 million people. I can totally understand that we are at a radical point in our country. People are poor.
Mm-hmm.
Like the poorest people are really poor and the richest people are really rich. Like, and like they like, you know what I'm saying? When you running on survival, like options are few.
Yes,
Like
sir.
they are few. So like what is that, like what does that look like? Like, you know what I mean? Like the guy that, you know what I'm saying, went and ran up on the president, right? Like he had like a manifesto and all this other kind of stuff. The guy that shot the healthcare exec, he had like a manifesto and he was just talking about like all the different things that like drove him to that point. You know what I mean? Like, and it's yes, like some of these people do have like serious mental health issues, but I think that a lot of what's happening in the country like sets the stage for these people to like reach their breaking point and then get to a place where they feel like they don't have any other recourse, right? Like because like we talking about, going back to the voting rights stuff. What's our recourse? What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that even look like? How does that look like? What does that look like for us? What does that look like for black people? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's looking bad.
It
Like, it's looking bad, bro. It's looking real bad. And that's really the main thing, dog, is the country is in such a warp right now, bro. Like in this, people I seen somebody saying like I'm seeing like 60 years of like work men undone. But I don't know what you expect when you elect people who maintain the status quo.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, like, cause right, like, cause you need that radical change.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that radical change. Look, I
That,
mean, we didn't got into it a little bit, a little long,
yeah.
a
Yes, sir.
little long, a little long. You know what I mean?
I had to ask that main question, like, what's the end all be all? What does that radical change look like? And what does that look like for us? For people who's actually wanting change, and what does that actually look like, and what are we doing with it? So
Yeah, right now we ain't doing much of shit.
my point exactly.
Yeah, we ain't doing much of nothing, bro. And it is disheartening. Like, and that's part of my cognitive dissonance with, like, what I'm saying, the Democratic Party. And it is like, because my mission is to help to increase
Yeah.
the well-being of the black man and woman in America.
Right.
Right.
And
So
again, like that's like anybody who's listening to this, we've been talking about it. Like I said before, I don't pick any side. I'm not with any side. I like for me, I both sides are pretty shady to me. There's no straight line. There's no black and white. There's a whole lot of gray area for niggas to move around and do this and do that, and not speak on. I mean, not stand on what they say and what they speak on. You know what I'm saying? They can present this way, and then when it actually happens, and actions get into play, it's not really what they said it was going to be. So like, I'm cool.
yeah, man, and that sentiment right there is why we stay losing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. And, I get into this same debate with my elders and everything, and I'll be like, yeah, does it really matter though? Like, but does it really?
So to answer that question, yes, it does really matter, bro. If it didn't really matter,
Like I said, like on the lower level, but as far as like a presidential, like I
well,
said, so am I wrong for that?
yes,
Okay. All right.
yes, because
Cool.
it does matter, right? Because, and I will, I'm gonna kind of go in a circle with this. We wouldn't be having this discussion about them rolling back protections for voting if it didn't matter, right? Like they wouldn't be going so hard, changing all of the stuff that had been put in place if it did not matter.
Right.
Right, like that. Now the smoke and mirrors that we get, right, the bullshit that we get, that we see, right, you know what I'm saying, the panderers, the grifters, and all that other kind of stuff. Those are the people that we get in our communities to represent us, and it gives us a bad taste in our mouth, right? Because we don't see any tangible change in our communities. We don't see anything that is making it better for us, our grandkids, our kids, nothing. It's just like, y'all walk around in suits, getting free tickets to go to stuff and do woo, but we still over here like hurting, and every now and then we'll get a turkey.
Right.
Or y'all have a job fair or something like that. But like it ain't much. It ain't, you can't fill your belly with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like knowing that like the people who do a bad job count on people like you to feel like that. Because if you change your mind,
right,
then they won't have a job anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yes, even on the side that we are fighting, that the side we fighting with, there are bad actors on that side who need you to stay disengaged because they want to keep their job. And then on the other side, they need you to stay disengaged.
Yeah.
Because you will eventually help somebody take their job.
Right.
So if we want this radical change, like us being the old YNs, we got to talk to the YNs. We got to make it make sense to them, like as to like why this actually affects their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's hard though because a lot of us are in a struggle mode, right? Like a lot of us are in struggle mode, and the different people that we like, the different people that we see, you know what I mean? They just not doing it for our community, right? Like they're not, and nobody wants to hear it. They tired of it, you know what I mean? And it comes out and speak as my vote don't matter, but your vote do matter though, because if it didn't matter, they wouldn't mess with you. They wouldn't. Yeah. It do matter now. Like I would, I encourage everybody that if you're gonna vote to vote Democrat. But I just want black people to vote. Period.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna get to that. Like go independent. Shit.
I would prefer you vote with my party. I would prefer that. Yeah. But I want black people to vote. Period. Because if you just go and vote, if you just go and participate, that's a start. That's something. You feel what I'm saying? That's something to at least make you feel empowered. To make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, I got a stake in this. You know what I mean? Because like I said, this civil rights thing, it changed the entire governmental landscape from the federal to the local. So like, like a couple years ago, the Republicans were on a tear of reshaping school boards, right? Now they taking racism out of history books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're making all of the mean, deplorable white people look like nice people.
No, for sure. I mean, but they always been doing that with Christopher Columbus and painting goddamn turkeys and, all that cornucopias and all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas walking around, you got the belt button on, like, niggas like,
with the little hats.
Like, what the fuck?
The little paper hat with the band around it. The cornucopias, that got me dead, bro.
Nah, for sure. It was some bullshit. They been on bullshit.
Bro, like, and it's just getting worse. But now that we are older, you feel me, and we are cognitive of what is happening, it is imperative that we give a fuck, bro. Like, it's so important, dog. Like, it's so important. Like, if you know what I'm saying, just even if, bro, you talk to 100 YNs, bro, and 2 of them be like, yeah, I'm gonna go vote because of you. Them 2, bro, they could, you don't know what kind of ripples, you feel me, you would create like down the line, you feel me, to be able to help like our community. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not, just because I'm pro-black don't mean I'm anti anybody, but like my goal is to make sure that people who look like us, my kids, your kids, all my homies' kids, are empowered to be able to be themselves and not have to placate to whiteness to be able to just exist.
Yeah.
Cause that shit terrible, bro.
No, for sure. But like I said, it's just all about the approach. Like we
Yeah.
talked about. It's about the approach, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially for them, like it's about the approach. You know, don't pander to them niggas. It's not they not trying to hear it.
Just keep it G, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Just keep it G, man.
Break it down simple and plain for them, and you know, I think that'll get your results right there.
I mean, I believe so too, and I think that the Democratic Party as a whole, right? Like I said this before, and I say it again. They did a really good job talking to college-educated Negroes, right? Did a really good job. They always vote, but they always vote. So the people who don't always vote, they're not in that target demographic, and you got to find a way to relate to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't, like somebody gonna steal my idea, but like we in Houston, right? GOTV Trail Ride, Blues Show. Speak to all of the corners of the culture, bro. Like in its entirety, right? Like black people want to be seen and heard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but when we gotta show up in spaces and behave not like us, that ain't gonna make you want to go and be a part of none of that. Like, why I want to go over there? Why I want to put that on? Like, why I want to feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one wants to do that. No one wants to do that.
No, that's a fact, bro.
Yeah, man. Man, this was good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We talked so much, we didn't play your second song.
Yeah.
We didn't. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's time.
And there was a couple of questions you were supposed to ask your boy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to cut you off,
Yeah. No, I mean, I got time. We still got time, but I got to remember to play the song, right? Yeah. And what's with you in songs, naming songs too? What's with that?
I never noticed that pattern, but that's only the second, song, Ironically, number 2, your second song. But yeah.
You come out with another song with a number 2 on it. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna revisit this conversation. But everybody, this is 2 a.m. in Vegas. We're gonna go into a brief musical interlude. When we come back, I'm gonna ask FreddyING a couple of questions, and we're gonna get on up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ski. This is 2 a.m. in Vegas.
This remind me of one of Drake's timestamps. Trip to Vegas, need to clear my head cause my mind's cramped. Top flow at the Kazi, thinking music and finance. Illmatic for the jams cause this world is in my hands. Touching every genre all at once, it's like I got 9 hands. I control the wave like what you hear through my diaphragm. Had to make it clear this ain't no eye exam. Need a couple milli just for my advance. Wanna feed the fam and hit the charts, just people diagram. Heart was broken, put it back together, feel like Iron Man. A wise man said nothing at all, so I guess I'm only moving in silence then, unless we just vibing in. Unless we just vibing, I'm watching me manifest it. I call that shit perfect timing. How I came from the rubber, somehow I shift to a diamond. I guess it's all about alignment. Here now, I'm free, no confinement. Breakfast dine up at the hash house. Eggs Benedict and smoking KK till we pass out. Life was moving slow until we went and took the fast route. But don't get it mistaken, not a dummy, never crash out. Mandalay with Bay, treat the sweet just like a stash house. Say that life's a gamble, I'm gon' risk it till I crap out. Say that life's a gamble, I'm gon' risk it till I
paradise. Life is a gamble like a paradise. Me and you together, it is paradise. Me and you together, it is paradise. Ooh, oh, oh, oh,
Place your bets, please.
Baby, I am so all in on you. I've been trying to call it on you. Put it all on the line. Risk it all anytime.
That's a jammer. Yeah, that's a jammer. That was 2 a.m. in Vegas by my boy, FreddyING. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was a great track, bro. The production. Did you produce that yourself?
Me and Chris Classic.
Chris Classic?
Yes.
Chris, like crisscross.
Yeah. Chris.
Oh, okay.
KRIS. Chris.
Right on. Shout out Chris Classic on the collab with the production.
Another PV native.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right on. You know.
Seeing them around.
Okay. Probably so. Shout out to the yard. Shout out to the productive people on the yard. Shout out to the productive people on the yard. So before we wrap up, I want to ask, you know, as you have, you know, advanced in your, you know, musical career and stuff like that, you know, getting more into production and engineering, where do you see the trend going in music right now, especially in hip hop music? Like, where do you see it going? Do you think this is a good time for hip hop? Because I seen that hip hop has been like it's been on a downturn since Drake got mad at everybody and stopped rapping.
Okay, so I think definitely for hip hop, it's definitely gonna be. This is actually the time. Like even before then, even when like I say. Like around the time that Kendrick started doing the GNX, even a little bit before then, like hip hop, you know, I feel like it's a great time for hip hop, no matter what age you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like it being like hit making or song charting, that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as like just real rapping and expressing your thoughts, I feel like this is the time to be. You know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole just came off a phenomenal album. Who else? I can say the Clips just came off a phenomenal album. Kendrick as well with the GNX album. And you know, as far as like song making ability and top charts and stuff like that, that's what's been missing. And that's where Drake comes in. So I just think this is still a good time for people who make real rap and it just, you know, expressing their thoughts. I think this is a phenomenal time.
So do you think it's going to turn more into like a niche market, like something that is a little bit more exclusive, like a La Russell kind of?
I mean, to your point, it's already been that. You know what I'm saying? It's already, you can see that with the La Russells and shout out to AJ McQueen. Their niche audience, Buddy, you know, from Compton. It's just a lot of, you know, a lot of artists that have their own lane. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's already been a niche, and everybody has that cult audience. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's already been there.
But I don't think it's. I mean, like, so when I go back, right, when I'm thinking about like, you know, back in the day, right, when DMX was hot, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, 50. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg, all of that. Like,
I will say that to this sentiment, none of them were independent. We're talking what I said, like La Russells and like AJ's and who I said like Buddy, like he's no longer under what you call it, actual a major label. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these are all independent artists now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little bit different.
So like why do you think it's different? Like, right. So when I'm thinking about at least like their fan bases, are you saying that like, you know, there's less cross pollination right? You know what I mean? Because those mediums like 106 and Park and stuff like that like don't exist.
Yeah,
So they got to find different ways to get their product out.
exactly. Everybody has their own niche. Everybody like, you know, this is their brand, whether that be the conscious brand, whether that be the, you know, the trap brand, whether that be the, you know, I'm only talking about females brand, you know, and so on and so forth. I think that everybody has their own niche.
Mhm.
And social media has played a big part into that happening.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. So I got a question for you. Sauce Walker or Boss Man D-Lo?
I'm gonna go with Sauce.
Ooh, I'm going Boss Man D-Lo.
I'm going Sauce. Only I fuck with Boss Man because he dope. I fuck with Boss Man, but
Yeah, I'm going Boss Man D-Lo. I gotta go Boss Man.
I'm gonna have to work with Sauce, man. You know, that's
Mm,
Sauce Walker.
I ain't got nothing to get Sauce. You know, I think he's a phenomenal rapper. I don't too much care for the way he puts his songs together, but I do think he can rap. Like, I think he yeah. I don't like. I mean, like, I haven't really been like a fan of like Sauce Walker's songs since I'm too
Okay,
legit. To quit
okay,
it. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm too legit to quit it. I used to,
crazy.
yeah, I used to,
Gotta
yeah, I
get
used to do that.
the joints, man. Shout out to Sauce, man.
No, Sauce can rap. Like he got like there's this one song. It's like he like rapping over like a New York beat.
Songs with Boss Man D-Lo. So I said, like, he got a couple songs with Boss Man D-Lo. So you know,
I mean, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. You know, look, Boss Man is my pick, right? And Boss Man D-Lo, right?
but I will say Boss Man rap the same over a lot of songs. So
I don't care. I don't care. It's
get
jamming. I don't care. It is jamming.
I
All right. Biggie or Jay-Z?
Jay.
That's trash. I'm going with Big.
Yeah, all right. I don't even want to say this because it's crazy. Like I don't want to clip this up, but you know what he said.
I don't care about what I'm saying.
Hey, you agree with that sentiment, bro? Come
Do
on.
I agree with him feeling like she was so fine?
I'm like,
She wanted to lace that he wanted to lace the daddy. No, I don't agree. But it's provocative and it gets the people going.
No, that ain't getting the right people going. That's getting the other people going. That's getting the other people going. That's what you. Hey man, hey, that's getting the other people going. That ain't that. Hey, look,
hey man, it is 2026. When did he say that? In 1994. When did he say that? Right? It's damn near 20 years later. We're still talking about it. You see what I'm saying? Like that's art. That's all I'm saying. It's art. It's wild. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't even do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got Isaiah Rashad out here right now advocating.
Hey man, come on. Man. And then he didn't even say nothing. He just out here doing what he doing.
You know what I mean? Like he have hope, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I have not seen. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout outs to TDE, man.
Shout out to TDE, bro. Like it's real progressive, bro. I ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It's real progressive. It's real progressive, right? Like we always hear about like, you know, gay rappers, but like not like rappers who identify as bisexual. And you know what I'm saying? It is crazy. Like it is crazy. It's a crazy time in America. It is a crazy time in America. But like that shit, like, you know, I appreciate that brother for speaking his truth. Like, I can appreciate that. Like, I ain't watched the full interview. I'm gonna go watch it just because I remember when it was like, yeah, Isaiah Rashad, he like boys too. And I remember people was talking about it. And then we didn't see him for a while, and like now he back in the media and he's like talking about it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know he had an interview about it.
Yeah, on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's why, you know, going back to my where is hip hop question, right? Like it's, you know, it ain't what the OGs remember it to be.
Well, yeah, of course. Okay, but we're talking about a specific, I guess, span and time of hip hop.
I mean, well, like, you know what I mean? Because I mean, like, you know, Young Thug opened it up. Pause.
That was crazy. Hey, make sure y'all clip that. Make sure y'all clip Make sure y'all clip that, man. Make sure y'all clip that.
But I gotta get off here talking to you. Get off here talking to you.
Hey man. It's crazy.
My chest hurt. Oh, my chest hurt. Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna clip.
What's the next question?
Oh, my chest hurt.
We got
Oh, my chest hurt. Oh.
Oh man, definitely gotta clip that.
Okay, so my last and final question is, and I'm bringing it back to politics.
All right.
What do you think the artist's role is in solving the problems that we discussed today?
I think it would be more like giving back, like more community work, groundwork, like a lot of these places that you go to and have concerts, go out there and try and like give back to their communities, like these like a lot of places that you're making your money worth. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going out and you're touring to these places. You got a certain amount of fans coming out. Get back to those fans, or get back to that city within those fans. Reach out to your demographic.
Yeah.
What I would say as far as that is concerned, and because we don't have a lot of artists that's doing that, even within their own communities as well.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out and get back. Some of these people that showed you love, show the love back. They got you to where your career is and where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's the start there. Now the responsibility of them taking on other things and more bigger things, that would be up to their discretion. If they really want to do that. But I think as far as like that's the least you can do.
Yeah.
Give back to the people who's giving to you and pouring into you.
Touche, man. Well, Fred, this has been great. I don't think I've laughed so much on this podcast. This is hilarious. Shout out to my boy Kurt Quinn in the building, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have to introduce y'all, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kurt, like an older brother to me, you know what I'm saying? Amazing artist. He raps and he sings from New Orleans. He lives out in the LA area now.
Right.
Yeah. Like somewhere up there by Van Nuys or something like that. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Van Nuys. Yeah, in that area. Phenomenal artist, though. Phenomenal artist, man. Family. Love that guy to death. But this has been great, man. Fred, you got anything that you want to say to the people? Tell them where you at, where they can find you, what to be looking out for.
FreddyING on all platforms. FreddyING on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me. I got a project that's coming out, 7-step program. First single was 2 feet. We got some other singles that's going to drop within the next few weeks. So, and shout outs to Politics with Pan, of course. Next time we need to have the real debate, and I know you know what the real debate is.
I am not having a flat Earth debate with you.
The Earth is flat. Get it together, brother. We're gonna talk.
We're gonna talk about it.
Well, matter of fact, what we will do is we'll have a Double O podcast collab.
I'm down with that. We can do that. But right now, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna clip this. Mm-hmm. Do you think the Earth is flat? Let us know in the comments. If you think the Earth is flat, let us know why you think the Earth is flat. I do think they be lying to us when they go up there. Like, but I always think we're being lied to.
It, bro. The only reason you think it's a globe is because you walked in whenever you was in preschool, kindergarten, and you saw a goddamn globe on that goddamn desk, and you did not know what was going on. They said, this is the Earth right here.
I mean, that is true.
Check it out. This is the Earth.
Okay, look, that's
Hey,
no.
next y'all got.
No.
Get at me, man. Double Up
Look.
Podcast, opinionated opinions. Shout out to Politics with Pen.
Yo, we gonna clip this. We gonna see what they say on YouTube about this clip about the earth being flat. Is it flat or is it round? Let us know. Let us know. But man, I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all laughed. I hope y'all felt the love. You feel me? I appreciate you, homie, for coming through. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to do this again. Whenever you drop some new music, you know, it's always gonna be played on this platform.
Yes, sir.
Until next time. Peace.
Peace. Go Lakers.
Man, get out of here, dog. That's not the last thing you gonna say on my. You're not gonna say that on my screen, dude.
LeBron James. Oh hell. Oh hell the king.